Yo, what's going on, guys? Reversal here, and today we're doing a Go Second Dino deck profile for post Cyberstorm access. Gonna wait to drop some deck profiles until after a ban list, but at this point I'm not sure when we're getting one. I have a feeling it might not be till after YCS Philly at this point, so just throw this out now, and if we get one, I'll do some new ones. But yeah, for this format, not really thrilled about its current state, personally, until there's a ban list, but just play a little Dinos, a little Sword Soul, some Math Mech, and call it a day until we get one. But yeah, today we're going over Dinos, how I think it should be played. I think going second gives you the best chance to play with how the current meta is. Just going first, there's too many hand traps, you just get hit by them, lose. So going second, you have a better chance of playing into it with Lost World, Misk, and then sometimes you can just drop a Conductor and win the game. So yeah, let's get straight into it. It's a pretty normal list. 3 Ovi, 2 Archer Silver, 3 Baby, 1 Petite, 1 Misk. This card will not be at 1 very soon, trust the process. Then we got the 1 Rex, 1 Pank, and 2 Conductor. It's a normal Dino lineup. Arguably blind second, you can cut a Baby, but you probably want to keep it in just for when you choose to go first, or if they make you go first. But sometimes you can side one of these out. When this goes back to 2 or 3, we'll probably just cut down one of these, but for now you want to have a decent amount of engine still, so. The spells, best card in the deck, Prosperity, 3 Lost World, 3 Dig, 2 Pill. It's pretty self-explanatory stuff. Prosperity's still insane, you still need it if you want to play this deck and do well. Now the rest is hand traps. So the hand trap lineup going with is the Gamma package, 3 Drolls, excuse the disgusting gold rares, 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, and 3 Imperm. So Gamma is insane going second. It's probably the best hand trap. Droll is another one that's, I think when Kashtira gets hit, it'll be a little more reliable since it's not the best into that deck. Sometimes they just don't care about it, still make a rise hard. So but versus the new decks, this card's pretty insane. 3 Ash. Ash is kind of mid this format, but Branded's still a deck. It's probably like in the top 5-ish with the new stuff. I'd say it's plays through it a little better, but you still want Ash. Still generic, hits everything. The format's still pretty diverse. 2 Ogre. This card's good versus like super heavy and Pearly mostly. It's okay in other, like it's really good against Sprite too, but as you can see by this hand trap lineup, I don't think Sprite's gonna have a particularly great time in this format in my opinion, which is why I sold the deck. And then 3 Imperms. This one's just generic. You can use it in the draw phase, unlike Valor, which comes up versus Pearly, and sometimes Branded. And it's a good 6 card as well. So yeah, this is, I like these ones for sure. The 2 Ogre, I think could potentially be like Nibs or something. I feel like Nibs kind of like low-key good right now in the main since people aren't really respecting it. So to me, if you want to respect super heavy and Pearly more, since they're like the new stuff, I think more people will play that. I would keep the Ogres if you want to respect Cash more, since in my opinion it's still the best deck, but I don't know if it'll be the most represented depending on where you're playing. So could potentially swap these out for Nibs, but I think with this deck you want to be on hand traps right now. I don't think board breakers are it right now. Versus super heavy, there's only one that actually does anything really, and that's Dark Ruler. And even that's not consistent because some people main spell canceler, and most side it if they don't main it. So that's it for the main 40 cards. For the extra deck, One Link Karibu, Secure Gardena, Dolka, Lagia, Dugaris, Pentastag. We're playing the Nightmares, Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn, Access Code. We're still playing the YuGiOh package, Appaloosa. These cards are still great. They boost your ceiling go first, so you can end on Appo, one of these, Conductor, and then Petite in your hand. And then go second. These let you climb into Access Code while still allowing you to put a rank 4 and a UCT next to it, so that's nice. Then the last two cards are Lambda and Omega. Gamma comes up on your own turn a lot more this format because of Droll and because of a Rise Heart, so you want a way to convert the Gamma. And there's two options you can go with. You can go with the Omega to get the hand rip and then comes back, obviously. If you do that, you can make Lambda instead of Appaloosa, so you can have like a little resource loop with Lambda getting you Gammas from deck, since this would be banished. So you can just have a Gamma negate every turn, which is nice. The other option, I'll talk about a couple other extra deck cards. It's the Baron and the Excel Stardust thing. But I don't have that card personally. I didn't buy it when it was like 18 bucks like a dumbass, so I'm just playing Omega. But if you have Baron and that other card, the Excel, you can play those instead if you want. But yeah, I don't have the Excel and I'm not spending 60 bucks for it, so. Some other extra deck cards, Baguska. You would never really make this besides if you're going first versus a shifter deck. So if you're facing like Cash and you decide to go first and they shift to you, you can, assuming they shift to you before you resolve Ovi, you can normal Ovi, send Rex, comes back, and you just make Baguska and hope they can't out it for a turn or two. You could do that to make an Evolzor, but they could just special and then beat over it, so doesn't really work out too well. Then Dweller, this card has not really good applications this format, to be honest, so you don't have to play it. And then Zeus, this can just be like bait for a Cash to rip it, but you play so many hand traps, they should never be resolving Diablosis on you. And the last one I want to talk about is Heat Soul. I don't think you need this when like another thing to go into off these, since you could just do Lambda sometimes or Appo, so. But you play so many hand traps and these are both Cybers, so Heat Soul's pretty good as well. But I like these 15. So that's it for the extra deck. The side deck, 2 nib, because this could be in the main. It's possibly good enough, but I decided to. It's mostly better going first than it is going second, to be honest with you. But 3 kaijus. You might be wondering why there are 3 different names and thinking maybe I play Slumber. That is not the case. I only own 1 Doggerin, so these 2 would just be more Doggerins if I had them, because technically this is searchable, but you can't always search it, since you have to open like 3-card combo to be able to do that, because otherwise, like, if you OV search this and you can't play, like, this doesn't really do anything. So you kind of want to open it, but this one specifically is good even if you aren't searching it, because of Lost World. They can trigger your Lost World, give them a token to protect your normal from being targeted, which is really nice. So yeah, this should just be 3 Doggerin if you're going to commit to playing kaijus. We just have some generic board breakers, Lightning Storm for back row, Dark Ruler for combo boards. Super Heavy Samurai it's built like a mid-range deck, but it makes combo boards. It's pretty bullshit, so this card just turns off their entire board if they don't make spell canceler. So that's cool. And then we got a couple cards for going first. go anti-spells. I think this is the best one. Dimensional Barrier is pretty good too, but I think this one's a little better. And then one call by. There's a lot of hand traps in the format, so just side this because it's not really that good going second a lot of the time. But versus like Mathmech, Branded, it's good going second to hit their engine stuff, and then going first you want it all the time, and then going second sometimes if you have stuff to side out you can just side this on. But yeah, that's it for the deck. So 40 card main. Nothing really too crazy, it's just kind of built to how the format's shaped up. Hopefully we get a ban list soon, so we could build with 3 Misk again, Copium. But yeah, go second with this deck. It's much better than going first and losing to a hand trap. Don't play this piece of shit in your deck. It's dog shit. But yeah, have a nice day. Dino best deck.